I have been with St. Mary's probably since about 2002.
I've known about St. Mary's for quite a long time.
I started with St. Mary's probably about 14 years ago.
And I just thought St. Mary's was another school.
Never really kind of took the time to slow down to stop and listen to what St. Mary's was really all about.
Invited me to a St. Mary's luncheon.
And Connie got up and spoke about the children.
And I learned what it was, and it really touched my heart.
Just saw all the miracles that were happening.
I could not forget St. Mary's.
At first I thought it'd be a short-term commitment, but instead it turned out to be a lifelong goal to help support.
What we do at St. Mary's is we provide high-quality early childhood experiences for young children in poverty.
When I took the time to really step a foot inside the St. Mary's facility, I realized how meaningful the work is that they do.
They're making a difference by educating young children.
The reason we do this is because children in poverty go into school a year and a half to 2 years behind. And if that happens, there's little chance of catching up.
Statistics are heartbreaking. Cradle to prison, I think is the phrase. And the fact that St. Mary's is doing everything they can to combat that with the children that they serve here.
A child born into an impoverished setting, by the time they're 5, their life can be pretty well predetermined. And it's hard to believe that, that it happens that early.
But what the research says, and it's very good research that's done over a very long term of study, is that the child's involvement in a high-quality early childhood program like St. Mary's can mitigate the results of the poverty.
The data speaks for itself. The children are tested before and after they attend St. Mary's, and it is consistent from year to year that these children graduate at grade level in language skills, social, emotional, math and science. These children are ready for school.
I can't imagine a more meaningful place to invest a financial contribution than at St. Mary's.
As a longtime supporter of St. Mary's, I've had 3 children to attend St. Mary's.
I have my child at St. Mary's because it's family oriented. I am comfortable and it's a friendly environment.
The impact that St. Mary's has on the family, first of all, is to offer a great partnership.
And this is huge when you think of the impact this has in the future for these children.
To have people, educators here, helping them, talking to them, giving them attention, reading to them.
I've seen the growth of each and every one of my children that have attended St. Mary's.
That one-on-one attention means everything to a child.
We also have a social worker on staff that knows about all of the resources in town.
If we didn't have the people that we have, St. Mary's wouldn't be accomplishing what they accomplished.
We study what's called the Reggio philosophy.
It basically has a different outlook on education and curriculum than the standard school as is.
This program really is a hands-on program that helps children.
It's all about feeling and touching and learning, and the kids are competent and capable, and it's not the driven, forceful textbook type education. So it's a lot of interaction and creativity, and that all comes together with a very high level of education.
The sitting down with the kids, showing them everything step by step, really lays that foundation for kids to start thinking for themselves.
And so we've been studying this philosophy for 15 years.
One of the very first things is all the money really goes to the children.
It is a great investment because these kids are learning, and every day we strive to serve more of these kids, and we can't do that without the financial donations.
So many of the children can't afford even basic tuition.
About $4,000 for us to provide a scholarship for a child to come here half a day for a year.
And I think they're charged $5 a week, and some families can't even afford that.
These kids would not be able to come to the school if it weren't for the financial donations.
And we take care of transportation, we feed them.
So they not only change the lives of the hundreds of kids that pass through their doors, but they change the lives of those kids' families.
The books and the curriculum, and we ask the parent to pay $5 a week. So it's about $100 a week, we ask for $5.
It's all about relationships. Okay? So that's where we really focus. The difference that we make in lives has to do with our relationship with families and children.
Getting kids from 3 to 5 and making sure they have that foundation, that's everything.
And they stop that vicious cycle that kids in poverty get caught up in.
They are consistently ready for school. And this is remarkable in a population that would typically start school 2 years behind.
Just think about this. What if it was your kid and that they had that their futures could be determined by the age of 5?
These fundraising efforts allow these children to be able to attend St. Mary's and allow St. Mary's to offer them the best possible education that they can.
This is their shot. And we got to do whatever we can to do it. And as you know, the vast majority of children that come here on scholarship. And it's individuals who raise that, and we have to do it. We need the help.